What's up, guys? Just a Gamer here, back with another F2P to Legendary video. Today we're going to be using MidRange Hunter, one of my favorite decks, and a pretty popular deck, and a very cheap deck. So if you do not have a lot of dust, I would definitely recommend using this deck. But I added the deck list on the right hand side, so if anyone wants to see what deck I'm running, it's right there. So we're playing against a rogue, so I'm just going to go through what I'm thinking. So obviously, I'm always going to want a mulligan for a 1-drop. Every single time, I always try to mulligan for a 1-drop. So I didn't get one. So it's not. If you don't get a 1-drop, it's not the end of the world. You should always almost have a 2-drop. So I just pulled out Connie Grandmother. I see that he's running the very annoying and very overpowered Prince. Not Prince Kelseth, Pirate Rogue. So I instantly know that I need to start gaining the board right away before he does, because all his minions are powered up by 2 because he shadow stepped it as well, which is insane to have that in your opening hand. So I play out the Crackling Razor Maw on my Connie Grandmother. I get the two plants, so I make the value trade, 2 plants. I got the 2 3/2s right now. It's not looking bad. He puts out the South Sea Captain, which is pretty unfortunate for me, but it's not the end of the world. And he doesn't decide to trade, which is where he really made a mistake, because now I can make value trades, and I drew into Houndmaster. So right now I'm just thinking, I know I'm going to have to use Houndmaster. It's a necessity right now to catch up on board. So I Houndmaster, and this is where he made the mistake by not trading. I make the value trade, and then I make another value trade, and then I just go face. So now he only has a 2/2 on board, and I have a 5/4 and a 4/3, and I already hit him in the face. So right now, I'm looking really good. He has to get a crazy draw. And he draws another Shadow Step, where it was, in the moment, I wasn't thinking, and it was kind of aggravating. But when I thought about it, he drew a Shadow Step, which isn't really going to help him. He has more minions now that are more powerful, but he has to draw into those minions, and he doesn't have any draw. So I get an Eagle Horn Bow. So I instantly put out the Eagle Horn Bow, and I'm like, I'm going to value trade into the 2/2 so he can't kill my 5/2. I'm going to go face, and I'm going to put out the Hyena. So now he has to kill the taunt minion, the 5/2. So if he does kill the 5/2, he's going to the Hyena is going to gain attack and health, and I'm just going to control the board. And I know they don't run anything like, I don't think they run Eviscerate. And if I knew he definitely didn't have it in his hand, so he would have had it drawn into it. So I knew that value trade was going to be good. So he had a trade into my 5/2. He has no board. I hit face again with the Eagle Horn Bow. Right now, he's only at 5 health. There's no way he's coming back from this. There's no healing in that deck at all. That deck's all about just getting the Prince Kelseth as early as you can, and then hopefully just holding the board and getting the value from the additional 1/1 stats and just winning that way. But he couldn't do that. He concedes. That was a really good win. That shows how powerful. It just shows how powerful that mid-range hunter is if you can just blow out a Prince Kelseth on turn 2 with Shadow Step. So next game, I'm running into Druid. I don't know what type of Druid it is yet, but I have the Alley Cat, Crackling Razor Maw, and the Hyena in my opening hand, so I know this is going to be definitely a good opening hand, and definitely a good opening turns, but hopefully he can't deal with anything that I'm doing. I Crackling Razor Maw, I was hoping for, honestly, +1/1 or maybe a +3 attack, but the +1/1's good, so now he can't just hero power trade. So already turn 2, I have 6/5 worth of stats. That's just insane, and it's especially hard for Jade to deal with in the beginning, at least. So I see that he's Jade, and he's just trying to ramp up. So he definitely doesn't have anything to really play right now. I used the Jewel McCall first to see what I get, and I got another Hyena, so I know I could just throw out my other Hyena just however I want. Hopefully, just get some value out of it. So I throw out the Hyena, make a value trade. So now I have 4/3, 1/1, 3/2, and 2/2 on board. He runs Feral Rage for some reason. I thought that was weird. I don't think most Jade Druids run that, but I guess he's still running it. He makes the trade, and he gets rid of my Hyena, but he had to take 4 to the face, which isn't beneficial to him, because I am just going to rush him down, and he just instantly concedes. This just shows the power of mid-range hunter. If you get a good opening hand, you're just going to blow out your opponent. It doesn't matter if it's a Jade. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be the Prince Kelseth Rogue. So now I'm going against Rogue again. And I'm just trying to mulligan for a 1-drop. I had a 1-drop. I kept the Hyena because I was just thinking 1-drop, put it out, then I could maybe make a value trade, put out the Hyena, get the Hyena ramped up. So I put out the Fiery Bat. I have to. I assume that most rogues that I'm playing is the Prince Kelseth rogue with pirates. So I just know I'm gonna have to control the board early so I can start winning. And he puts out a Firefly, which kind of confused me, but I still think it's gonna be the pirate rogue. So I'm still just trying to make value trades and gain the board. So I could have +3 attacked and hit face, but he would have just gotten a very easy trade with his dagger. So I added 1/1 so he can't make it an easy value trade and just hit face anyway. So now he has to make the trade, take another 3 to the face, whichever way he wants to trade, which is very beneficial to me. And he coins out the South Sea deckhand, but that was definitely a misplay from him. He should have traded into my Fiery Bat first with the Firefly and his weapon, so my Fiery Bat definitely couldn't have killed his patches. So he clears my board, but this is the benefit of having Bear Shark. I think this card's so good. When this card first got shown, a lot of people thought it wouldn't get played, but there's not a lot of good 3-drops in Hunter, and so it fits the curve very well, and it can't be targeted by any spells. So it's a turn 3, it's a 3-drop, so you can put it out, and then turn 4 if you draw into Houndmaster. It's just insane. So right now, I see that he's playing Flappy Bird. So I could have just traded into him with the Eagle Horn Bow, but I was thinking maybe I can get lucky with a Divine Shield or a Wind Fury. And right here, I got Wind Fury, and I was thinking I could Wind Fury once in the face and then trade into the Flappy Bird. But right now, I'm controlling the board, and there's no way he's going to get this board back because I know his deck doesn't run Eviscerate. So he's either going to have to trade into my Bear Shark with his Flappy Bird, and then my Hyena gains attack and health, so then I'm controlling the board that way. Or he's going to have to trade into my Hyena, and then I have a 4/3 Wind Fury on board. So either way, his trades aren't going to be that good for him, so I knew I had the advantage right now, which is why I left his Flappy Bird on board, because he can hit me in the face and get Wind Fury, but that's not really going to do much because I'm still so ahead. So I knew he would have to make the trade, so he got SI Agent, and then he trades in with Flappy Bird, which was pretty unfortunate for me, but I knew I had Eagle Horn Bow, so I knew I wasn't too far behind, and he hits me he takes a 3 in the face, which was definitely not a good idea because he's already so low. So right now, it's just the thought of Eagle Horn Bow or Bear Shark. So I put out the Macaw first to see if I can get anything, and then I put out the Eagle Horn Bow, and I just go face. I'm a mid-range hunter. I just go face. That's what you're supposed to do, especially when they're already this low. And he also doesn't have too much threats on board. He has a 3/3 and a 1/2. So right now, I'm sitting here. I'm like, I don't have much of the board, but I have 1 charge of my Eagle Horn Bow, and I have my Hero Power. He also drew me cards, which I just thought was really bad for him, because the problem with mid-range hunter is you do run out of cards, and you rely on top decking at some point. So him drawing me cards definitely wasn't good, but I definitely realized when he put out that he definitely is going to have Cold Bloods and Leroy, so I don't want him to have too much of the board. I realized I'm going to have to fight for some of the board back. So right now, it's a toss-up, but you always want to play Highmane on turn 6. It's just such a good value card. So I put out Highmane on turn 6. So he could definitely trade in with his SI Agent and the Cold Light, but then I still have two 2/2s on the board, and I have an Eagle Horn Bow and my Hero Power, so I would still win. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, okay, I have a good chance of winning this right now. And when he started going face, it started to worry me a bit. I'm starting to realize that he definitely has a lot of face damage coming. So he Vine Spines my Highmane, which got me a little bit worried, and he SI Agent. So right now I'm sitting here thinking, I'm counting up how much he has to go face. He has 7 face, but these decks definitely run 2 Cold Bloods and 2... They run 2 Cold Bloods and 2... and they run a Leroy, sorry. So right now I was just doing the math. 2 Cold Bloods definitely would get really close to killing me. So I'm starting to realize that I'm going to probably have to trade in a bit. And I was seeing if Unleash the Hounds is lethal, but it wasn't. So I just get him down to 3, but I trade into the Firefly. So if he does have Cold Blood, he can't use it on the Firefly. So then I trade in, and then I hit 3 to the face with hit 3 in the face with my eagle horn bow. So right now he's at 3. I put him at 3 so if I do have another eagle, I still have my other eagle horn bow charge, so I could still beat him. So he puts out Leroy and Cold Blood, but that's just not enough. He doesn't have another Cold Blood, so he only gets me down to 2 left, which is why I made that trade. If I didn't make that trade, I would have still survived, but it could have been the difference between losing and winning. So I definitely made that trade for the win. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.